job at Pierce College. It's a community college just like here. I work there full time and I love teaching my ASL classes. I love my hearing students. I learn so much from my hearing students. They actually help me a lot with raising my daughters, combining the two worlds, the deaf and the hearing, for my daughters. They are in the middle of both worlds, and so I'm so grateful to Pierce College and my deaf and my hearing students for that opportunity. It's not the same at NBOC because my students there are deaf, and so there's quite a difference. So I do go back between the hearing world and the deaf world quite often, but I love my students.
Yes, my husband is also a teacher. He works at Marlton. Before he taught videography, and now he's an English teacher, and also ASL. And he works with deaf students, teaching them ASL as well. But he does still have that passion for film.
So my father also teaches ASL, and he loves teaching ASL as well. He lives in Northern California currently. My mother recently retired. She's a substitute teacher, but it's hard for her to retire because she loves teaching so much, just like all of us. My stepfather passed away 3 years ago from lung cancer. He was never a smoker, but he did end up passing away from that. So he's a very sweet man. And this is my brother that's autistic. He's very successful now because of love and the love in our family. And he currently works at Home Depot in Santa Barbara. This is my sister. She's the third in the family. She's currently studying for her PhD at Gallaudet University. When she's finished, she will continue there as a teacher. She also has 2 daughters, and when she was pregnant, my dad was bugging her that she was going to have a deaf boy as well, but she didn't. This is my hearing sister, and I love her very much. She's a junior at the University of Maryland. And this is my baby brother. He is a freshman at Gallaudet University. He plays soccer there. And my daughter, she's 7. She loves to dance, she loves music, and she's just very girly. She loves dressing up. And my second daughter, she's very loving and very sweet. And she's 3 right now. And so is my family.
And I'm not trying to force my children to become interpreters. I mean, they have the option of whatever they want to do in life. And they've actually told me they don't want to do that. But you're right, they're lucky. But I will never ask my daughters to interpret for me. I won't do it. No. I will never ask them to do that for me. If they're in a restaurant, and we're in a restaurant, and they can interpret for me, I don't care. I'm still going to write it myself, and I will communicate myself. I said, you eat your food, let me order, do my thing. Honestly, though, a long time ago, yeah, a lot of deaf parents would put pressure on their hearing children to interpret for them. One of my favorite movies is Love is Never Silent. Love is Never Silent. Yeah, it's an old movie. And in that movie, the parents are depending on the kids to interpret, and the kids become, very upset. They're hard-working, all these sorts of parents about it. And I don't want that to happen in my family. So other people can do that, but I'm not going to. And my daughters, let them be my daughters, and I'm successful on my own. I don't need them. But you're right, though. That's good. They're very fortunate that they have that, those 2 languages. Your hearing sister now, was she accepted at Gallaudet? She's a student there? Yeah, let me answer that for you. Yeah, it's a good question. My hearing sister, the 4th one in my family, she really wanted to go to Gallaudet, but at that time they were not accepting any hearing students. They only have 2 that they will accept every year. So now they've actually opened up the application pool to more, but she's already at the University of Maryland at this point, and she has a different major, so, I mean, it's close, actually. It's really, her school's really close to Gallaudet, and she goes often and visits my brother and hangs out with him and his friends and whatnot, but no, she doesn't go there. I mean, I think I always actually really did have it in me and want to be a teacher, but I was so, refined, but now I've given into that, and I think teaching is my top.
You're going to school and teaching all these different children from different nationalities, like Peru or next door, different countries. How did you communicate with them? Because there's not an international language.
Understand, these were not little children. These are adults. They're all adults. So at that school. And yes, you're right. They're all from different countries, so it's very interesting because their backgrounds are so different. So it is definitely a challenge. But many of them, their parents did not sign with them. So I'm using ASL. I'm solely using ASL with them.
What tactics do you use to teach ASL to hearing people?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked that. I love that question. Actually, it's kind of funny. In my first day of teaching ASL class, I had an interpreter there with me, explaining who I was in sign language. And at the end of the class, I told the interpreter to leave though, and I watched their expression, and all the young students just looked at me like they had just seen a ghost or something. And I started to sign though with them quite slowly, introduced myself with my name, told them, how to sign the numbers, started with real basic communication. How are you doing? That kind of thing. And they as well start picking it up really fast. And technology is my best friend. I really encouraged them to utilize the technological resources available, and they'll really pick it up. And they also must understand that it's important to respect the deaf world and deaf culture. That's a big part of it. So once they get that, and they become really, truly immersed in it, then they start to learn much better. It's kind of like if you were in another country trying to learn a spoken language like French or something. You just have to be fully immersed in it. I really would love to encourage all of you to get involved, There's not enough of that support out there. There's not enough deaf people around, so we all have to come together. And it shows because so many of you are here, actually, that you are interested. And I'm really appreciative that you came here today and listened to my life story. And I think it's important for us to be able to merge our two worlds, the hearing world and the deaf world, and that's how we can achieve that. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you to the interpreters, thank you for Candace, the coordinator, and everybody. Thank you so much.
Solution in this time. Modern day disillusion in this time.